Hey, it's Cousin the Gulf Coast Ball, the Panhandle Pro from Pensacola, Florida, and we are back with another episode of the Smoke Screen, a special edition of the Smoke Screen. Y'all see us draped in our heavenly fabrics, right?
Looking godly.
Yes.
Right next to me,
heavenly,
heavenly,
angelic.
For the ancestors.
For the ancestors.
Heavenly,
Yes.
godly.
Y'all know the crew.
Royalty,
We got
baby.
Carl,
We
Rose,
talking about some
Tip the
royalty.
Bartender, and B. And we just slide straight all into y'all know why we here.
Hey, y'all.
Yay. Oh, shit.
Gotta happen.
That sounds like that FBI phone. That's that FBI ring right there.
Right? Right?
She talking about, oh shit, that's me.
Yeah.
But nobody but me.
That's the hotline. The hotline. That's what that is.
Yeah. In the movies, in the hotel scene, if the police phone ring, that's exactly what it sounds
What is
like,
that?
right there.
That's it.
Well, y'all know why we here. You know what we came to do?
Yeah.
Come on.
That's it.
Wakanda forever.
Ever.
Honor a
The
king. We came to honor a
sequel
king.
It's it.
to Black Panther.
Yes.
Yeah.
We gave y'all a week to, because you know us, we gave y'all a week.
We did.
It's out
right.
here setting records and all kind of stuff, but we gave y'all a week.
Doing so wonderful.
And now we're here with it.
You're welcome.
This was
Now
a culture pick.
Yeah, it was. We
For
need
the
this one
culture.
culture.
It's a culture
For the
pick.
Sure.
We went to the movies and saw this.
Had
Yes, we
to.
did.
Yes.
We did.
To the
We paid a
place,
fee
honey.
to see this.
Full
That's
price,
it.
baby.
Paid it twice.
Twice.
Paid it twice.
Oh,
Paid it
two
twice.
per.
Twice
Yeah.
for some of us.
You see the support?
Yeah.
Regular
sure.
price.
You
Yeah.
know what
This ain't no
support because
bootleg, baby. We paid
you
for
ain't
this.
really even gotta pay for the movies no more. I don't know what the movies like where y'all at, but they don't check nothing, man. You can just walk in the movies.
Nah, they want to see your
You
ID and
a
shit.
double or
Whenever-
triple feature.
Whenever you want to these days, they done went straight personless, hands off, man. So you already know. Let's get right
But go ahead and pay
into
for
it.
it, though, y'all.
Yeah, pay for this.
Yeah,
Ain't like
yeah.
Spike Lee.
Definitely pay
Of
for
course.
it. Pay for it.
Don't
just
you
walk in
try
the court,
that.
though,
Now,
guys.
you go in there and try it, and you know how that go.
That ain't on us. We're not responsible.
That's
Yeah.
on you. No.
Yeah,
y'all
we
go
don't
ahead and do the right
condone
thing, like
any
Spike
of
Lee,
that.
okay?
Mhm.
Yes.
We don't
No,
condemn.
pay for our stuff.
we
But
don't
Wakanda,
condone.
Wakanda And we forever, encourage yes, you. baby. Yes.
Wakanda forever.
I love it.
Now, if you get it free,
Tyler
get
would
it
want
free.
y'all to pay for
But
this movie.
Pay for this.
That's all.
At least
Pay
once.
for
At least,
it.
at least one.
So
I know
Tyler
this is
would
gonna
want
get-
you
If
to
you
pay go for this more movie.
He
Pay
would.
for it then,
That's
too.
right.
would.
You would.
This is gonna get very detailed. So what we gonna do? Off rip, we just gonna go person to person to person to person. What
Okay.
did we like about this movie?
For me, I liked everything about this movie. I love this movie. Let me say that I cried from the beginning to the end. Like when I walked in there and the first scene was like them at the funeral and they was all in white and then we was all in white, all I could do was holler. Like I was trying to eat popcorn and cry at the same
Yeah.
time.
And popcorn kernels and stuff in your napkins
Yeah.
all over your
Yes.
face.
Everywhere.
Yes.
And tears.
Yep.
Popcorn and tears.
Popcorn and
Popcorn and
tears.
tears.
Beautiful. Like they gave T'Challa and Chadwick an epic send off, and they brought us all in on it, and I appreciate
Mhm.
it. I appreciate
Right.
it.
Yes. That's
Amazing.
the main thing I loved about it was the send off. The respectful way it was all handled and done just beautifully. They did not try to replace him. It
Yeah.
was just the send off that he needed, that he deserved.
Mhm.
And that was the best part for me. And of course, my girl, baby sis, taking the reins, picking up where he left off. I love all of the girl power of this
Mhm.
movie, but
Yes.
definitely the respect that was shown to the original Black Panther for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, for sure. I also
Mhm.
loved all those things as well. One of my favorite parts of this movie, not the only one, of course, but one of my favorite parts is when they thought they was gonna sleep on our queen, and they was gonna
Mm.
try to go up
Queen
into her house
Ramonda.
and do what they wanted
In
to
the
do, and she was
beginning,
not gonna have that, and all her
Mm,
folks was coming.
yeah,
Oh, I
that's
love
it.
that. What you're not
yeah.
gonna do is
Just because
play
we ain't
with
got no
her
Black
and
Panther, don't
yours,
mean we
okay?
sleep. Hmm.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
Yeah, please do
Hmm.
not
Yeah.
what they got for you, baby, honey. Yeah, I
Hmm.
was excited.
Hmm.
Sorry.
So I too loved everything about this movie. I love the celebration of life for Chadwick and for King T'Challa. I love the fact that this was mostly brown and black people. There were um, just a couple of Caucasian actors in the film, but for the most part, it was brown and black people. There were no other Avengers in this movie. This was purely a movie for black people, for Wakanda. I mean, it's for everybody, so everybody go see it. But it was our movie, and I love that.
Hmm.
I love the fact that there was a once again a villain that we can love. I think that
Hmm.
Black
Ooh,
Panther,
ooh,
they do that very
ooh,
well.
my
They
goodness.
give you a villain that
Yes.
you want to see again. You do not want to see the end of
Hmm.
that
Ooh,
villain. So
Hmm.
yeah,
ooh, ooh,
I loved
ooh.
everything about this movie.
Yeah.
Mm.
You
Oh,
did me right.
he was fine.
Yeah, he was
He
fine.
was fine.
Come
What was
on,
so fine?
Namor. Come
Namor,
on.
Okay,
yeah, he was
Yeah,
Come
that's
fine.
on,
it.
he was
Namor.
fine,
That's
and he had
it.
all that green
Hey,
jewelry on too. Ooh,
He
Hmm.
cute,
did
but
y'all
she
see
ooh,
they
crazy.
had to edit his package
mm,
out of the movie
ooh.
in them little bitty
They
shorts?
shouldn't
I
have.
heard about that.
They
I
shouldn't
heard
have.
I
about
heard
that.
about it too. They didn't have
They
to do
shouldn't
that.
have.
They should
That
have
was
just left
not
it.
I
required.
mean,
Yeah,
They should have left it
That
just
was
like it was.
they
unnecessary.
should have left it.
that's his
That should have been a
Yeah,
gift
nastiness.
to
they
us.
should have.
Yeah,
That's his nastiness.
they
Let him
That's
should
be
have
all.
just
nasty.
left it. I don't understand that.
Celebrate
Yeah, I
life.
don't
That's
understand.
it.
Yeah,
I don't
celebrate
understand.
life
That's
and
Cara
it.
around.
sound like
You
she
All
know,
his
genuinely
natural
don't
glory.
understand what went on with that.
No,
You
because
can
why?
Mhm.
They ain't have to do that. It wasn't even. I mean, it's not. It's decent. It wasn't like too much. He wasn't
Hmm.
hey, if
hanging
you
out of
find
them.
it,
He ain't having no gray
send it in the
sweatpants or
chat.
nothing.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna find it. Okay, he had on them little bit of short green
Yeah.
shorts, baby.
Hmm.
Emerald
see.
green. Mm.
Ooh,
Like this.
yeah.
This old jewel was in there. Mm.
Oh man, like that.
Like
Oh
that.
man,
Just
that's
saying
all
they was
right.
emerald green.
He was
Man.
straight. Yeah.
Oh,
They was emerald
all right.
green.
Yeah.
I want
Oh,
to
they
let
should
y'all
get me
get it
that
all out.
merman or something.
They
Oh,
ain't get to see it yet, so I should have shared it before now.
oh, I need me
Yeah.
a merman or something, cause
A
oh,
mermaid.
You want him to have wings on his feet?
That's
no,
it.
not that part, but the other stuff, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
that
no,
was
you got to
good.
Little
take it
Icarus
off.
swing.
If he come with
I mean,
wings
all
on his
right
feet,
then,
you-
I gotta
Okay.
take it off.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's automatic.
All right,
Go ahead and get them winged feet.
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Come on,
okay.
Icarus
I
ass
mean, the
woman.
regular
Come on,
merman was
Friday.
fine too,
Oh,
not just
sorry,
Namor,
look out.
because
Yeah,
Oh,
he wasn't the only
Yeah.
hottie.
They were beautiful people
thanks.
all around.
yeah,
They
they
were
were.
beautiful
They
what
were.
people.
they look like they almost look like avatars. Some of them.
They
They
did.
was
They was
very
very much giving
avatar.
Avatar to me.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for
these
sure.
avatars, not avatars.
Well,
What the people call? What they
Whatever.
Oh,
call?
that's a different movie.
Oh,
I don't
The
know.
blue people.
I don't
the
know.
Either
blue
way.
people. Yes, yeah.
The
Them folks,
Avatar people.
yeah, them people, the natives. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know.
All right.
you should not be asking me.
Is there anything we did not like about this movie?
Oh, let me try
Besides
to
the
type
package edited.
real hard.
Yeah, they had to
Let
do
me
that.
try to
Once
type
again,
real
that was
I
not
hard.
would
something that they had to do. Can
no.
we get like
They
a
could
director's cut? Like a director's cut that does not include an editing of the package.
without those edits.
That's
Yeah.
He
all.
gets it. This girl gets it.
I'm just here to give the good ideas. That's all. Moving on.
That's
Hope they're
it.
listening, B.
Give the
I
people
hope
what
they
they
Yeah, I
watch
want.
really
this.
wish they did. I really wish they
Yeah,
did.
Damn.
they
Man.
really should be listening right now.
It should be.
So you said
We
what we
can't think of nothing. We can't
You
think
said
of
what we
nothing.
like or don't like.
What you
Like,
didn't
what we
like.
don't like.
Okay. So one thing I felt like was not necessary was that the queen mother, I don't feel like she had to go.
Me either.
Mm.
I didn't
I
like
don't
that.
think they
No.
should have
I didn't
killed
like
her.
it.
I think
Mm-hmm.
it
Didn't
wasn't
like it.
necessary. Mm-mm. Not yet.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Didn't like
Not
it.
yet.
Yeah,
I
Didn't
think
like it at
yeah, I would
all.
have to.
Shuri could have still came her, came around
I
even with her mother there. I don't think
I
she
Right.
had
agree
to.
If
with
they had
premature.
just injured her and so she had been in a coma away from, like, I think Shuri would have got even, just as angry and ready to go
To
to
go to war.
war. That,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
as if they had killed. So yeah, I would agree. Like we want more Queen Ramonda. That's what we
I
want.
Absolutely.
agree.
Yes.
And not
I
just
agree.
on the ancestral plane. We want more Queen Ramonda.
Yeah.
Looking like an old storm sitting up there with that
Mm,
beautiful white hair and shit. I
Yeah.
need
Mm.
more of her. I'm mad that they took her away from me because
Yeah,
that she looks like what Storm should look like in the
yeah.
X-Men movies and all of that stuff to me.
mhm.
No disrespect to Halle Berry because I love her back. But Angela Bassett looked closer to Storm as the Queen of Wakanda. Ramonda, she looked closer to Storm than Halle Berry did. So,
And can
I
we
but
feel
just
like
say
we owe go ahead.
how well Angela Bassett just acted in this role in this
Mm,
movie? Like
mm,
she gave it all she had,
she definitely did.
and
mm,
She
it was
did.
wonderful. It was just wonderful.
Yes.
yes, yes,
Um.
She
it is.
definitely
I'm hoping
deserves
for an Oscar.
so much more
Mm,
praise than what she gets. Angela Bassett is phenomenal, and
mm-hmm.
Phenomenal.
I can't think of
I,
no wrong movie wise that
No.
she's done. Like I
nah,
can't place nothing.
No,
nah.
not at all.
I ain't got
Mm-mm.
a
Not.
bad thing to say about Angela Bassett. She is a phenomenal actress.
For
Like my
sure.
hat's off to her,
Excuse
for
me.
sure.
I was very excited. I have more Umbaku this time. I mean, he was thriving
Yes.
and living, and so we got to see him this time, honey. And I got some
Yes.
too, and he
Mbaku.
was doing his
Mhm.
Can
thing.
I?
And happy birthday,
Mr.
by the way,
Winston Duke.
belated. Happy belated
Oh
birthday.
Yes, yes,
yes.
yes.
Happy
So,
belated birthday.
I really like to
Yeah.
see him in action. So I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
excited to see more of him the next one too, because he challenged for the throne.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
let's.
true.
I'm excited to see how that's gonna turn out.
I mean, he got to be the king
Mm.
because didn't nobody, accept the challenge. So who fucking with
Yes.
him? But what I need is that every time he feels some kind of way, somebody say some shit he don't like, that ooh, ooh. Like he'll be with
Love
that
it.
shit
Love
every
it.
time. I'm just like, there it is. There it is. That's what I need every
There
time
it
from him.
is.
There it is. That's what
It
I
was
want.
very
Mm.
animalistic the
Yeah.
Yes.
way he would
Yeah.
yell.
Yes.
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 Go ahead.
I mean, the
Go
Japari
ahead.
people, that's what they are. Like
Mm-hmm.
I remember when we zoomed in on their area when everyone was being evacuated there, and there was this huge statue of gorilla. I mean, that's
Mm-hmm.
what they embody
That's
for
what they
their
do.
Like
people.
a
I think,
silverback.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yes,
that's
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. I love it. I love it. Every time
Yeah,
they
it was
do
a
it,
good
I love
time.
it.
I
Every time
enjoyed
he
it.
does it,
mm,
I love
yes.
it.
Yes.
We supposed to be talking about stuff we didn't like though.
Oh,
Oh, I can't find nothing.
That's hard with
I
this
mean, aside
movie.
oh,
from
okay.
oh,
I got something.
Oh, I
So
do
Okay.
too.
I was
I got what?
so I
Okay.
was kind of sad. Okay, so I understood that the sister, I can't think of her name right now. Tell it to me. The sister.
Shuri. Shuri.
Shuri.
Shuri.
Yep.
Shuri.
Her.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's it.
Okay.
Shuri. Yeah.
That's it. All right. So
Princess.
I was saying well how long it took for her to kind of come to her own. Like she was so angry and so upset with everyone, and I didn't understand. I understood the anger, but also in the same breath, I wanted her to celebrate the things that they had come to, and possibly find more than just anger to in her life. I just didn't like the fact that she was just so upset all the time.
Yes,
So
Mhm.
but they wouldn't have been able to bring back Killmonger if she wasn't. So
I get it. Also, you
So
can't put a
Phil was
time on
straight.
anybody's grief and how they deal with that grief. It
Mhm.
only
Yeah.
been a year, basically,
Yeah.
give or takes, maybe a few.
Yeah.
I can't remember how long after the year, but it only
Mhm.
been a short time since her brother passed.
Mhm.
This was the day after my brother's 8th year anniversary,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
just to see them and see
Mm.
her and the thought of her brother, that really took me over the edge anyway. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
think she needed the time to get there, and everybody else wanted her to get there on their time, but she had to
Yeah.
Yeah.
come to it on her own,
Mhm.
when
Yeah.
she was
Yeah.
ready.
For sure.
I agree with
Yeah.
that.
And
Grief
I
has
truly
no,
think that Killmonger was the best person to meet her.
Yeah.
she needed that.
Because yeah, she needed his not perfect advice. His advice that you
Mhm.
don't
Mm.
have to be perfect. It's okay
Mm-hmm.
that you angry about this. So what you gonna do about it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
Basically.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. You're your own person. You don't have to, you're
Yeah.
not T'Challa. You're not your
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
father. You're Shuri. So what
Yeah.
is Shuri gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
appreciated
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Uh,
And I got one more
so
thing.
there
One more
was
thing. I'm sorry, B. I'm gonna let you go, but just I'm gonna let you
go
finish
ahead,
for
baby.
1 second.
I'm gonna
Go
let you
ahead, baby.
finish. Okay, Kanye.
Come on. I know what words not to put together, so definitely not Kanye.
Don't talk about it.
That's all.
I did and didn't and didn't. I
Free
understand
Kyrie.
why the queen couldn't talk about the people in the water because they wasn't like discreet about being out in public. They was wilding out and shutting down and throwing water everywhere and whales and shit in the sky.
But they
But
ain't know who they
they can't
was
They
tell
though.
didn't
the
know who they were.
government about it.
They ain't know who
I
they
mean,
Mhm.
was
everybody
No,
though.
see it. What?
no,
Right.
because
Yeah.
everybody was still blaming the Wakandans for it. They were thinking it
Mhm.
was them. So if
Mhm.
Right.
if the queen said something and it got back, then she was telling on them. She was snitching.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But what I'm
And
saying is they
he had
were
already
so
told them,
bold and
if you
out in the
tell
world,
anybody,
like
we gonna take
nobody
your
was gonna see them. Nobody else was gonna see
Yeah,
them, but the Wakandians. I mean, they
because
in the middle of the bridge.
everybody that saw them though, they killed them.
they fucked them
Yeah.
up.
They
Big
they
Yeah.
time.
wasn't sparing no
Well, them
lives. They
people
was
weren't
killing
Yeah.
playing.
They
everybody.
Big
weren't taking
time.
no prisoners. Everybody was
Yeah.
dying.
Oh, they
If
were
you
taking
lay
They
them
not
eyes
all
on
out.
them, you was
heroes.
gonna die.
They not heroes. They was killing people left and right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
He
Here's the
said,
giving them
find
thing.
that doctor,
motherfucker.
find the person that made them things so we could kill them. They ain't find that girl
That's
that could
Yeah.
it.
keep her safe. They found
Yeah.
the fucker
Mm.
up.
And
That
then
was
they
Here's the
their
ain't
Yeah.
own.
even wait. They ain't even wait for them to give the signal with the little horn and shit. They was like, "Oh, you
Mm.
found her, bitch. We here."
Yeah.
So we
Yep.
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 you ain't even got to
They ain't
call
even
us.
wait for the
We
call.
here.
Mm-mm.
We ain't even gonna wait for the
Well, I should
call.
say,
We
Um.
you
here.
ain't got a call.
That's
Okay.
It's
It's
okay,
okay,
babe.
girl. That's it.
That's all. We don't own the rights.
mm-mm.
So I didn't. So Okoye was right. The Midnight Angel outfit was ugly. She was right.
Ugly as sin.
She was right. I'm really hoping
Yeah.
that they revamp that costume for the next one
And
It
this
looked like
damn
I
something.
hated
because
it.
You right.
She looked like one of
yeah,
them.
Okoye, she
Hated
was
it.
right. She needed to go back to the drawing board for that.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It was ugly as
Oh,
sin.
excuse me. It reminded me of a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen that that water creature had those kind of.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird.
Yeah.
It was weird. You're right.
Yeah. I didn't find it. I
You're right.
didn't find it pleasing. So we need to
It
go
was
back to the drawing
not.
board for that one.
It was ugly as
And
sin.
I know that this was a Disney film, but and a lot of people died in this film, but it was not nan drop of blood in this film. Not
Not
nan
man
drop, not
drop.
no
No
well.
blood.
To
Not
be
on no
found.
knives, not on no spears,
Not,
not on no ground, not on nobody's dead bodies. There
nowhere.
was no blood
You're
No
right.
anywhere.
There
DNA.
wasn't. When I think of that,
Nowhere.
Ain't no
a
Nowhere.
lot of
blood.
people died with not one drop spilt.
Not
Not
nan
one
single piece
drop.
of blood.
And
Did they
actually,
drown
Um,
then?
Sh-
What happens?
That's what I was
Siri
thinking.
was
Maybe they
impaled.
drowned. Oh.
Wait, Siri was
Oh.
yes, she
impaled, and
was.
she
Yes,
pulled
she was.
herself off of that off of that,
Right,
she whatever
right,
that
Yes,
she
she
right.
did,
did.
Pulled herself off of
yeah,
it.
One nail drop.
No
and there
blood.
was not
No blood.
one drop of blood.
I ain't
None.
miss it. Oh, I'm gonna tell you why. Okay.
They forgot to
The
edit it
suit caught
in.
the blood. The suit sucked it up because the suit sealed up when
Okay,
she came off of it. So,
Mm,
so
okay,
the
That's it.
suit kept it. Yeah,
okay.
okay. What
because she
about
didn't have
everybody else
no
though that
wound.
died?
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought there was Crips.
Oh, no
What?
blood. No blood.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway. All right.
Thanks, Kendall. Thank you, Kendall.
Thanks.
Glad you.
Thanks, Kimber.
Never
Also,
mind.
okay,
Never
so it
mind.
was another thing that I didn't like. Why
Okay.
didn't they, and spoiler alert, why
After
didn't
we done
they
talked about it.
tell
Wait.
why everybody knew about Prince T'Challa except Shuri? Like the mama knew, of course the daddy knew because he supposed to. He prepared them for his passing and everything. Why didn't the
Mhm.
sister know? Like why she
She
had to
was too.
find out at the ass end?
She was. Mm-mm.
It
Exactly.
wasn't
Tell me
time.
about
See,
my
It
nephew.
okay,
wasn't time yet.
Because the
Tell me
baby
about
was
my
6.
nephew.
Yeah.
Wait, she
Mm-mm.
was gonna tell her. She was gonna tell her on that beach when the Moor showed up. That was what she was about to tell her.
Oh.
And then
He
he
was
showed
6
up.
years old. He was 6 years
Oh, but
old when she
Queen
was so
Ramonda had
pissed.
just found out, and they took him away to hide him so that he would be protected and he could grow up, I guess, semi-normal or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he had grown up as Prince T'Challa Jr., then he just would have been he could have been in danger. That's what I
Yes,
thought. She
yes,
went away to protect him.
yes. All of that, I understand what you're saying. Why she couldn't know about him is what I'm saying.
She was saying
Like
why Shuri couldn't know.
the
Yeah.
mama knew and met him, but she didn't. She just finding out about him. Why she couldn't at least just know about him?
She didn't need to know. That was too much for her to worry about. And she was a
Why
child.
not? No.
She was a child.
Like,
Like,
like we was.
oh, see,
yeah. I
it
don't think she
takes.
needed to know.
I'm glad Rose asked that question because we might be on the same wavelength. I'm gonna just go on and do this. I didn't like the storyline, and all of this falls into that. Like it was A plus acting, A
Mm-hmm.
plus production, but I just did not like the storyline. I got two questions like that. Maybe y'all can answer. Was it a 5 years later? Because how was the funeral at the beginning?
Yeah.
And then he fired. Then there's a 5-year-old baby that shows up at the end of the movie.
So you got to recall
So
when the queen went to visit um what's her name? Lupita, whatever her character's name is. She told her it's been 6 years since we seen you, or
Natasha?
yeah,
6 years since something since you've been home, basically.
yeah.
So that meant it had been
Yes.
5 years, and then that
Okay,
year that the time. So that
It's
was
the
it was
funeral.
just in there very small to me.
cool. So we
Yeah.
going with he impregnated her after
Before the
the
first
Black
movie.
Panther, after before the first movie.
Yeah, it's got to be before the first movie. Because he's 6. And the first movie came out, what, in like 2018?
17.
2019?
He was 6 or 5. He was 6.
This is
But
not on our timeline, though. I don't think
It
this
Yeah.
can't
is
be on
their
our
Yeah.
timeline.
timeline.
This is not
It's
our
not.
timeline.
Yeah, it's
No,
not
I
on
because
thought
our
So it's not
I
this
thought
based on.
happened.
Maybe
I thought it
after
was
the first movie.
I thought it was 5. That's what I'm saying because it's been 5 years. It was 2017, if I'm not mistaken. So after the first movie, then that could have happened. I had a lot of questions like that. Yeah, I didn't like the queen dying. I didn't know why.
Why? Yeah.
Yeah, there was
Like
no reason for that.
yeah, okay. But yeah, that was my question about that.
Mm.
Okay, so I guess he after
So she
first
couldn't
Black
have got
Panther they went and
pregnant during the
celebrated.
movie, like during the time that they reconnected.
Yeah,
She couldn't have got pregnant
Yeah.
then.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany.
yeah. And then again,
Immediately following
yep.
his killing of Killmonger, she got pregnant.
But then
That's what we gonna say.
that
That
leads
could be
to
that.
Yeah.
why she couldn't know.
Exactly. If mama
Yeah.
know and mom, why sister can't know? That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
She
Let's just
could.
go with the fact that
She could.
it was for to tug at our heartstrings a little bit and to give her something because all her family dead at this point. And so, oops,
Yes.
Mhm.
here go this nephew that you didn't know existed. Now that
Yes,
tugs at the heartstrings. I
so
mean,
that's
Definitely.
Yeah,
giving
but
yeah.
I
benefits
see.
Definitely
of
does.
your
I'm.
Definitely.
family.
I
Mhm.
gotta. They gonna. I gotta throw the lazy writing flag up, man. That's what that.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
Like
I
that.
Yeah.
agree.
Yes.
I
Mhm.
That.
agree. Lazy
Yes.
writing. Lazy
Yeah.
Like
writing.
that.
They
Like
That's
I've
definitely
been.
it.
left a way
Flag
to
on the
make it leave
play.
it open. You
That's
know,
yeah,
Yeah.
there's this possibility.
Yeah.
yeah,
This
Yeah.
is it. You know.
And
yeah.
then see, and I'm not a comic book movie person,
Hmm.
so
Yeah.
I don't know all the characters. Like I didn't even as interesting as the Namor and his crew was. Like that kind of threw me too. I had to ask somebody like, did that happen for real in the comic book? Like they say them people, they say
Mhm.
they exist for real or whatever. But I want to know, like, would that have been the storyline if Chadwick hadn't have passed?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because if
Mm-hmm.
not,
Mhm.
then that I'm like, oh, like, cause I feel like I could have wrote that.
I
They
think
just like it's like they made up an antagonist. Like I feel like it's just 5 other things they could have did with the movie besides that.
Mm.
I
They
think
needed
they
us helping out with the script.
Mm.
They need
I
us
You
to
know
think
hold
they
what I'm
the script.
saying?
actually I think they actually pulled bits and pieces. Like I'm not a comic book um expert either, but I think they pulled bits and pieces from different parts of the Black Panther timeline to
Mm-hmm.
make this story. Because yeah, in the comic books series, she did eventually become Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Okay.
Um, Namor, he was in the comic books as well.
He was
But
in
I
it,
don't
so
think
he
that
did. He does show up in the Black Panther comic book.
Hmm.
yes, I don't think it happened
Oh,
all at the same time.
I'll accept
So
that then. Cool.
yeah.
That's what I wanted to know. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool. They do have to introduce these characters because next thing you know, he'll have a movie, and that's just more billions of dollars
Right.
for the movie company. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Right.
I'll accept that. It just felt the antagonist felt forced. Like y'all just out here on this
Hmm.
ocean, and then 100 blue people jump out the water, and these the end. Like, whoa, what's
Hmm.
going on, man?
Right.
Like this
Yeah.
Yeah.
ain't Aquaman crew or nothing. I don't even know if that's the same company, but
So
okay.
it felt rushed.
Hmm?
Like if it had been just about that.
It felt forced. Like,
Like they could have been friends. Like they didn't have to be
Yeah.
okay,
enemies.
okay, let's
Like
It
do
was
this.
going back and forth like that. Like they
Here's
were
another
enemies,
one.
but they could have been friendly.
When
Hmm.
Shuri
yeah,
and what's his name?
Namor.
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 Norman.
Namor.
Yeah, when they was
No.
in their little underwater world, Wakanda, they was cool. I damn near
It
thought they
was
was
the
finna hit.
underworld
That
Wakanda.
yeah, I thought they
Yeah.
was
Okay.
finna get it
I thought, oh,
on.
they're
They
finna
was
get
cool.
married and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I thought they was
Okay.
gonna build an
Yeah.
alliance and
I
all
thought
this
they
But
was
other
making
stuff.
a love connection.
okay, but
Yeah.
the queen them thought she had been kidnapped, right?
Right.
She did.
So they
That was
send
right.
Lupita character, forgot her name.
Natasha.
They sent her Dolo. She
Yeah.
was
Solo
Dolo.
Dolo.
She
Cause she bad like that.
she bust in there and just started shooting stuff. And at no point did the princess or old girl, the scientist was there too. Did they say, "Hey, no, we straight, stop shooting"?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
True.
they just let her
Yeah.
come do and just clean house. They supposed to be like, "No, whoa, stop!" Like nobody did that. They let her take her back. She ain't explained nothing. Like, "Hey, man, we was cool," and go all the way back and just let that happen. And they didn't kill the old girl. Now they at war. That made absolutely no
No
sense to me.
sense. Because it ain't had to get that
Especially
far.
since she asked them to take her. She said, "Take me.
Took
Don't
down there.
kill this little girl. Take me."
Take me.
And yeah, a lot of
It's,
that could have been avoided.
as soon as she
That
bust in, she's supposed to be like, "No, stop. We good.
Mhm.
you right.
That's true.
That is out of character that a Wakandan would choose to kill somebody and be okay with leaving them there. Like they didn't try to take them back with them so that they could use
Brought,
their technology to
brought
fix
Buddy
her
all the way from
suit.
America.
They was just like, no, she's gone. Leave her. I came for you. Let's go. Let's get the
Man, we
fuck
writing
out
it
of
right
here.
now.
Mhm.
She could have said, boom, they shot it by accident. Could have brought both of them back to Wakanda, and it could have went a whole.
Mhm.
Like, it's just again. I ain't gonna dwell on it. I had a lot of questions. It
Yeah.
was just like the story. It was too many holes in the storyline for me. But like I say, A+ acting, the production, it was entertaining, all
Mhm.
that. But that just threw me off a little bit.
Man,
But
you called out a lot of stuff. I don't know. I mean, it was all true. Everything you said when you
yeah.
think about it. Yeah.
But everybody, we so locked into the movie and enjoying it.
I love it.
And another thing, somebody touched on it earlier. I seen people say basically this was almost a 3 hour like tribute to T'Challa and Chadwick.
Yeah, that's what it was for me.
I read that, but it didn't resonate with me until Carter, you said something earlier, and it was really like a whole grieving point, which allowed us, because you could have came in, had a funeral, and just went somewhere else, and it's like you forgot about them. But it actually allowed the audience to grieve with the characters and him in real. So so that was dope. That was dope. You know,
Yeah.
they didn't run from it. They walked through it.
Us through it, honestly.
Yeah.
So like that.
And
That part was
I think
dope.
we all needed that therapy session.
Mhm.
The ability to breathe, because we all love Chadwick Boseman. We loved him like he was just a genuine.
He was our Black Panther.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was more than that.
He was our Black Panther. Like,
yeah, but he
was
was
a
such a good
superhero, man.
character actor.
So, but I'll accept if they priority was like, hey, this got to be all about him. I don't care how we do it, but he the focus. If that calls some of the other stuff like that I mentioned, like I'll take that. Cause
the lack,
that meant more. Looking at it from that perspective, that meant more to the movie, to the culture, to the people, his family, like than the my stuff. You know what I'm saying that I said, but. That's dope because it's like damn.
I think that's what it ended up being, a tribute. You know what I mean?
Tribute.
Yeah.
It was a send off because even that
started
Marvel
off with you crying and ended with you crying.
Right. It still brought us back around.
They ain't make me cry in the beginning, but they damn sure got me in the end. Like
when the Marvel, the Marvel credits come on, that little transition that they do that shows the Marvel logo, and they cut the music.
And it was silence. It was so beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was it.
Like, boo-hoo. Waterworks.
Yeah.
Boo-hoo.
Yeah.
That touched me in my soul. Like
it was like that moment of silence to respect.
Oh, in the beginning.
Him not being
and normally it shows pictures of the different Avengers, but it was just of Chadwick and a Black Panther. It was beautiful.
It was so beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Yeah. It was very loving and touching, and I think I'm not one of the actors, but as a fan, they experienced that death as well. It wasn't just a character. You know what I mean? It was a real
That's
person.
what I'm saying.
So,
it was the death of a character and the real person, because obviously the real person passed. So the character, and they opted not to recast. So it's a double. It ain't like when your favorite character died in the movie, but he just died in the movie and the actor's still alive. It was
This ain't an Aunt Viv situation.
Yeah.
A Spartacus situation.
So you go
Can
in.
we talk about?
Go ahead.
Can we talk about how smart it was for them to write it that way? So we're not going to recast King T'Challa because we know that the fans are not quite ready to see someone else in that role. So we're going to follow the comic books a little bit, and we're going to make sure that Black Panther, but we still got King T'Challa coming up there. He's still going to be recast somebody. And the next time we see King T'Challa, it won't be that gorgeous little boy. In this movie, it'll probably be a teenager or a grown man. So I appreciate that good writing.
Yeah.
They left it open for King T'Challa to come back, whether it's in 2 years or 5 years or 20 years down the line.
Actually, I can see 2 movies because now I can see because I was gonna ask where do we see the next one, because now I can see Shuri being Black Panther still, And like y'all said, Baku, if he becomes the male and you get two, I don't know if you can do that. Like, that's the next move. And by the fourth one, T'Challa Jr. will be ready to fight him. Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
I need Shuri to be Black Panther for a little while, and then I need Prince T'Challa to grow up a little bit and then become Black Panther. And let's say I love that the little Prince T'Challa looked a little Chadwick Bosemanish. Like he looked like he could have been that man's baby. So I appreciated the casting on that. But I need him to grow up a little bit before he takes the reins.
And I was on and Killmonger, so I had a little my homeboy, shout out to Tariq Dreams, Dream Cut Lounge in the A. See, he cut a lot of people here in the actor, so he cut Michael B. Jordan here for Black Panther 2. So I already knew he was gonna be in the movie like last year. I'm just in my mind trying to figure out what I thought that they were gonna bring him back like he really did, but to see him in the ancestral plane, that was pretty, you know what I'm saying? That was pretty dope.
Yeah.
That because I was the whole time I'm wondering, like, I wonder where he gonna be at, because they did a good job and not like advertising.
I didn't know he was gonna be in it.
Yeah,
I
knew.
Either.
Yeah, and I kept a lid on it. You know, I ain't say nothing.
You did.
So, good job.
Good job.
I ain't say nothing. I just knew. So I'm wondering, like, man, where he gonna pop up at? But yeah, that'll be dope. Okay, so boom, if M'Baku was, going to do his ritual, nobody there, that would be a good time to bring back, what's our boy name from Get Out that wasn't in this one? Because he had a scheduling conflict.
Kaluuya. Daniel
bring
Kaluuya.
Bring back Kaluuya. Yeah, man, bring him back, because he got that flaw vibe to him anyway. I don't really like his character. Yeah, I don't really like his character. Bring him back to challenge. That'll be a good opening fight scene.
Yes, because all he is in prison. He's not dead. He's just in prison somewhere. Because he, chose.
Oh yeah, because he was
Killmonger's side.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what's the name husband, right?
Yeah, that was it. What's the name husband?
Okay.
Okoye.
Okoye, the bald-headed lady, right?
Okoye. Yeah.
General.
That's Michonne to me. That is Michonne from Walking Dead to me. I love her. And can I just say, since we mentioning her, I love Michaela from
Michaela.
I love her. I love both of them bald head bitches. They get all of my respect. I love them to death. They are beautiful. They are gorgeous. I love them.
So Michaela Cohen's face,
I love all them bald
she loves
her face is just absolute perfection.
Gorgeous.
Like, it is just the most beautiful thing. Her face is just a feast to my eyes. Like, I just love to see her on the screen. And with no hair, that was everything to me. Bald, perfection.
His face.
I was also glad that the other leaders of the tribes, my man with the plate in his mouth and the older person, like, are still alive.
They brought them back.
I know they would be brought, meaning they're still living. See, Buddy a little older, you know what I'm saying? Because, in these times, it's been 5 years. I'm glad.
It's been 6 years.
It's been 6 years? Okay.
Actually,
even better.
The little boy was like 6 or something.
Dorothy Steele,
she did pass.
She was the older lady. I can't remember the name of her character, but she did pass away last year in October.
Did she have the red clay hair in the movie?
No, she wasn't in this one.
Member.
Gotcha.
She wasn't in this one. Oh, was she?
She was.
Oh, was she? She was.
I
Yeah,
thought
she
they even
was.
talked about that she had passed away.
I
in
missed
the movie.
that.
Was she like the one that's 90-something years old?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Are you talking about the one with the red hair?
No.
The old lady, the head of the tribe.
No.
Yes,
she
was
the one that be snapping. Yeah. See, that's what I'm. See, well, at least she made the movie.
Okay.
She passed away in October of last year.
Yes. Rest in peace.
Rest in power, honey.
Yes.
Well, Black Panther Part 2, Wakanda Forever.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
What are we giving this?
Whatever the most is, I always forget if it's 4 or 5, but
Five,
I wanted to
man.
have
You
all of
crazy.
them.
No,
5 blunts, all of them.
is
I
it
loved
five?
it. I loved it for the tribute that it was. It was fantastic to me. Oh, I wanted to say when Angela Bassett had those gray locks, those look so good on her.
Didn't they though?
They look so good. She didn't have them
Fire.
very long. Okay, my
Yeah, but
bad.
she
Fire.
she looked good the whole movie. Like
Everything
She
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 did.
put
She
on
she
her
looked
can't do no
body.
fantastic.
wrong.
She looked like
Yeah.
a
She always
beautiful
looks
ass
fantastic.
storm.
She can't
Always.
do
She
no
do.
wrong.
She can't
Yeah,
ever
Like
do no
everything
wrong.
she wore in this movie was fire. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
And pieces.
every single
Oh,
yeah,
outfit.
Everything.
Like the
everything.
costuming was everything.
beautiful.
Everything.
Beautiful.
Everything.
Yes.
Except
Yes.
that
I'm
one
sorry.
costume B talked about, but well, never mind.
Midnight
Oh,
Angel.
What?
that
Yeah,
was
let's not
that
talk
that,
about
that
that.
was Okoye's, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Angela
Okoye.
Bassett
Yeah.
was, I mean,
She hated it.
queen.
Yeah,
5.
Okay.
she did.
Okay, so definitely, this gets 5 blunts of puff section. I cannot even. I have no notes written for this movie because I just loved it straight through. Like
Just my brain.
everything from the tribute to T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman, Angela Bassett, the black excellence of it, the brown excellence of it, just the excellence of it, everything from frontwards to backwards. I appreciated about this movie. Like I've seen it twice.
Okay.
It's just a good movie. So and it made me cry the first time I seen it. It made me tear up a little bit almost the second time I seen it. Like it's just a good movie. So 5 blunts. Like I could not give it anything less.
All right, you already know. You already know. I done cried in this movie. I was hollering. I was yelling. I was mad. All the emotions. A whirlwind of emotions, honey. I went through with this movie. I enjoyed it. I gave it a 5. 5 shots, baby. Yeah, that's it.
Dang.
That's it.
Hmm So of course, I could
It's
not
all
give
on
it
you.
anything less than 5 blunts. I mean, if I could have gave it 10, I would have gave it that too. This was an awesome movie. Yes, there were some questionable things about the storyline, but I think that it was some thought put into it. I think the costuming was wonderful, the acting was wonderful. The women, it was women led. There were no other Avengers. This was a movie for Wakandans, and we are
Mm-hmm.
all from Wakanda.
Yeah.
And we got to celebrate a king.
Yeah.
So yeah, 5 blunts. So go ahead and call it. It's perfection.
I don't think
It's perfect
that
to
there
us.
was any doubt. This was probably you know most predictable of where the Raiders was gonna go with this one. It's gonna go into the Smoke Screen Hall of Fame as one of 3 that has the 5 blunt rating.
Yeah.
You
That's it.
already know. Y'all should have already seen it by now. If you haven't,
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
see it. If you've seen
Go
it,
see
watch it
this.
again with your family
Yeah.
Watch
members.
it
It's
again.
Wakanda
Yeah.
finna,
forever. Wakanda
you know,
forever.
Yes.
it's
So.
I know
Yeah.
I know y'all full from Thanksgiving dinner yesterday. And
Mm-hmm.
y'all can just sit back and just watch
Woo.
this or watch it with your
Yes.
family. You know,
Yeah, go
Yeah.
check it out.
Christmas time
Yeah.
gonna come
Yes.
around. You're gonna watch it
Take the
again.
kids.
Have
Take
your
Yeah.
the
drink,
kids. They'll
baby.
love it.
Get you some
That's
eggnog or something. It's
it.
gonna be
Your
good.
favorite beverage.
Mhm.
And there it is. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, a
Yeah.
tribute to
Yes.
Chadwick Boseman, T'Challa. May he rest in peace.
Yes.
Rest in power.
Love to his family and everything. And this has been another episode of the Smoke Screen.
That's it.
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever.